Yes,
All
sir.
right, I
See
want to
that?
welcome everybody to the family tree. Put your hands together, family.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
hey.
Yes, yeah, buddy.
What's up?
That's
What's
what's up.
up?
That's what's up.
Oh man, I tell you, what's up? It's the rain is what's up.
Ooh, man. Don't start. Don't start. Don't stop.
Big
We can't
B,
help ourselves.
I tell you, Big B, I don't know what's up with this rain, man. Don't want to let go.
Well, it's trying to help us young, have us young brothers help us grow hair.
Hey, I think we all getting in our fair share of water,
Yeah, man.
and I think there's nowhere else to go tonight except for the
I know
family
that's right,
tree.
man.
We
May as
going
well
what?
hang out with the
Big
tree.
B, we watering the tree today.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, I'm going to cut it on down, bring down the volume.
Rebecca. Hey, Christopher. Good to see you tonight.
All right, everybody
So
go on mute. Everybody go on mute. And we're going to get started. I'm going to stop sharing that, Big B. Can you
There you
see me
go,
now,
buddy.
buddy?
Yeah, man. We got you,
All
man.
right.
Everything is good. Everything
All
is
right. I
good.
want to welcome everybody to the family tree. We're getting started here. Uh-oh, I lost my screen. I lost my
Uh-oh.
screen.
Uh-oh.
I lost my screen.
You lost your screen? Uh-oh. You're in
I
terrible
lost
trouble.
my screen. I lost my screen. Hold up.
See there, yo,
There you go. Here we go. Here
he
we
trying to
go.
act like
Here
he
we
know
go.
better than us.
I'm telling you, I have no idea how I lost my screen.
Oh my goodness.
Do you see me? Do you see me up there? Oh, here it
Huh?
is.
I
There we
see.
are. I
Yes,
There
got
we
you.
are.
There we go. All right. I got
very
you
clear.
now. That was scary. All right. Hey, we're going to get started, y'all. Hope everybody's doing well. And I know you're probably drenched with water right now. And we see as the heavens are coming down, we're finding that they said 9 out of the last 11 weekends. It's been rain, Big B.
Yeah, buddy. Yes,
9 out of
sir.
the last 11. So we're getting our fair share. But we got some good stuff to talk about tonight, and there's no
All
better
right.
place than be by the tree.
I
So this
know
is
that's
the
right.
family tree. If you're joining us for the very first time, welcome. This is a place where we ask all the holistic health and news for what's going on in our lives, right?
Yes, sir.
We call it the family tree because this is the ancient rural custom of gathering around the tree. That means these ancient rural trees is where we found out the solutions, problems, issues with networking, things we had to find out for the tribe and the people. Big B, it was right around the tree. How
Yeah,
about that?
man.
So that means it was our social security. Say it
Security.
slow. You gotta say it slow. Social
Social security.
security. That means that it wasn't a check, it was your family. That means when we are talking, we can find the solutions to our problems, and we invite you to the conversation this evening. So if you'd like to join the conversation, go down to your chat bar right down there. You'll see reaction, and you can hit reaction, and you can put your name in, and like Big B, put your hand up. There you
Yes,
go,
sir,
Big B.
buddy.
Put your hand up, and we'll try to get to your question. We also, if you don't want to get on screen, you say you don't want to be in queue, you can actually be a part of the conversation by putting yourself in the chat box. Put your name and everything in the chat box. And also, we will answer your question, and maybe Big B, or if I don't know, Prophetess in here. Prophetess says she's traveling right now. She
Yeah, I
hit me
haven't
up
seen her.
later. Yeah, she's traveling right now, so we're gonna send her grace and mercy as she travels.
That's right,
Um,
buddy.
but she said that we'll get all those things. She'll be back next week. She said. So I want to say to everybody, if you are also calling by phone and you may have missed the prompt where it tells you how to actually raise your hand, don't worry. Just let us know you're calling by phone and we'll try to bring you in. All right. Big B, I say, Big B, are you
Yeah,
there?
man.
All
What's
right.
up? What's up?
Let's give the host with the most, Big B, Bill Morgan. What's up, buddy? Let's
Hey,
give him
man,
a
I'm
hand,
doing well.
y'all.
See, I know
All
you thought I
right.
was gonna get lost in the sauce, but I ain't going nowhere.
Yay, Big
Big
B.
B.
I hear
Bravo.
you,
That's what's
Big
up. What's
B.
up? What's up,
Good to
Big
see you,
Mark?
boss.
How you
Hey,
doing there,
everybody.
man?
Huh? I'm doing good, man.
How's it
Yeah,
going over
hey,
there in Jersey,
hey,
man? We
hey,
like
hey,
to
hey,
check in with you. You
hey,
are Jersey connection over
hey,
here.
you see my tan is working.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
You know what? When you sit behind the tree, it almost look like you got hair on there,
What?
buddy.
See, look, I'm not crazy. I know which one to pick. Make it look like I got hair growing
Like you
everywhere.
got hair growing out of there today. All
Hey, man,
right.
but you know what? I got no complaints. It's really going very, very good over here, Dr. P. No
That's
complaints at
good.
all, man. You
That's
know?
good. That's good. Well, listen, Big B, get us up to date. What's going on? From our favorite website, go to our website, find out what's going on because, we're tracking still the bird flu and keeping
Yeah,
up with
man.
that thing. So many other things are going on in the world. Give us those latest numbers there, Big B.
Yeah, man. You know what? Here we go, guys. From our what has now become our very, very favorite website. Because guess what? Nobody else is making it managed to report nothing, y'all. Can you believe
Yeah, how
that?
about
They
that?
are
How about
hiding
that?
everything. Guys, listen, right now for viruses from a clinical lab, we are now trending down at 3.1%. That's what you call for positive for influenza for this particular week, right? Okay, excuse me, the virus characterizations, it just says genetic and antigenetic characterization and antiviral susceptibility are summarized in a particular report. But the outpatient respiratory illness is sort of like trending sideways at 2.1%. Okay, here's our magic number right now for us to be concerned with. That is what they call flu-serve net, where we have cumulative hospitalization rate. That is 80.3 per 100,000. Dr. Paul, how about that, man?
Hey, that's a great
That's our
number,
mental health
man.
moment for the moment, because right now, sitting right next to that, it says mandatory reporting is no longer required for NSHS hospitalization. So, guys, we're doing something right. That's all I can say.
We're doing something right. You know,
yes,
people are
sir.
doing
Yes,
something
sir.
right. We're getting well. And, you know, people are coming in. And, you know, some people are saying that, you know, they had an issue, no longer have it. So we're doing well. And that's what we say, stay on point. That's why we do
That's where we are,
family
man.
tree. We want to stay on point, and hopefully we're helping someone get well and keep their information going. All right, we're going to get started. I want to go ahead on in and get started today. And, you know, we always start off, Big B, with the testimony, because testimony goes a long way, buddy.
Yes, sir, man.
We say a testimony, one shall set 1,000 to flight, two shall set 10,000 to flight. And with that, testimony goes a long way. Somebody's going in a storm, somebody's already in a storm, somebody's coming out of a storm. No matter what, there's a testimony. So we want to share that testimony with someone that can help someone tonight. So I always open up the floor and say, if there's someone that has a question or something that they want to share with the family that you've gone through, you might have tried one of the techniques or things that we talk about, one of the herbs, you have a testimony of something you did. Sometimes we got ambassadors out there, Big B. We got some ambassadors out there doing some great work. So without further ado, I want to open up the floor to anyone that has a testimony, want to start off. We're going to hear the testimony. The floor is open.
All right.
Dr. Paul. Dr. Paul.
Yes.
This is Wade. How are you?
Hey, Wade. How you
Brother
doing, man?
Wade, how you doing, man?
I'm truly wonderful. Dr. Paul, I like to say that my interaction with you and I'm blessed to be able to be a part of the family tree, and my exposure with you has really allowed me to help individuals on a mass scale. And you are truly a blessing. And again, you just don't know how I'm able to reach individuals and pass on information and so forth and so forth. So I just like to say thank you.
Oh, well, thank you, brother. Let's give Wade a hand over here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
let's give him a hand. He is an ambassador,
That's extremely important.
Everybody come on for Wade. Wade.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations,
Thank you very much.
I get
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Wade.
Thank you.
Yes, brother. You know what? I get a lot of feedback from a lot of people and a lot of folks that are referred to me. And let me tell you, Wade, you high on the list, bro. I had a guy that came on me. He said, man, I'm walking through the water aisle. Somewhere you were. I don't forget where it was. And he said, I ran into this guy, and he just dropped an incredible amount of information on me. And he said, I just said to myself, who is this guy talking to, man? Who is this dude? And that's when he said, yeah, this guy named Wade sent me. So I want to thank you, brother. Thank you, man.
Thank you
for being the ambassador on the floor, and you're doing it, and you're making a difference. And wherever you see, you're sharing the information. That's why the universe can't do nothing but bless you, brother. You know what, Dr. Paul? The information. Yep.
Dr. Paul, the reality is, when it comes to doctors, the pharmaceutical industry, and the food industry, it's almost like they're in cahoots with one another to make you sick.
Yeah. But it's also good to have an alternative that we can, try something different. When something's not work, we don't want to keep doing it if it's not working. They say that's the definition of insanity. When you're trying something over and over again and it still ain't working, but you keep doing it. So that's why, Brother Wade, thank you so much, man. We appreciate you. All
My
right.
pleasure. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, Big B. Let's see who else we have. Anybody else up there, Big B?
Anybody else?
The floor is
Dr.
open.
Paul. Dr.
Yes.
Paul.
Go ahead,
Hi,
Kathleen.
how are you?
Go ahead.
I'm not really sure if you remember exactly who I am, but maybe if I say this. So when I came to see you, it's been maybe a month or so ago.
Yes,
and
I do. I remember
I asked,
you.
so
Yes, I do.
you know what I asked you to write on the paper, right? Oh, you don't remember.
Wait a minute. I'm kicking in. Hold up.
You ought to remember.
Oh, yes.
Okay, what?
Well,
don't you start
Okay,
now.
let me help you out. So you told me that I needed to do something, and I told you I could not. And you told me, yes, I could do it. And I said, how about you write it on this piece of paper and I give it to my mom? And you said you refused to do that. Remember?
That sounds like me.
Yeah, that sounds just like you. So anyway, I would like to thank you very much for that information that you gave me. And I would like for you to know that I have been successful.
See,
and
so
it has
there.
been amazing because I never, ever, ever really felt like I could confidently say that.
Oh, yes, now I do. I definitely
know me now.
That.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. That's the urge that kicked in.
Hey, Dr. Paul, COVID.
Here's the funny thing, Dr. Paul, it's not hysterical, but it's funny to me now after the fact. So I told my mom, I'm like, no, I can't do that. You know, I cannot go over there. And then she keeps calling me for stuff. I'm like, I just can't. I can't do that. Wow. I said, how about you call some of your girlfriends that are always on the phone with you and ask them to come over there and do what you're asking me to do? Wow. And you know what she said to me? She said, okay.
Oops.
And you were shocked, right?
Foot to the fire, didn't you?
Shocked. You were shocked. I said, let me try this again because she calls me all the time. So she called me like the next day, and I got to say, no, I can't do that.
Right. All right, we better let everybody know what's going on. Let me let you know if it's all right with you. I'll have to have your permission.
Dr. Paul, yes, because we might have the same issue.
So go right ahead.
Okay, because that's what this is about. This is testimony hour right here.
It is a testimony because I feel so free.
Yes. So Kathleen, when I sit down with folks, I tend to see the stress that's on them. And it reminds me of a place that I used to be. And that means that you care for some people so much that people tend to put that extra pressure on you. And we forget how to do that. Number one thing, Miss Big B, what do you think that is? To say no.
That's exactly right.
You gotta say no. You gotta say no, meaning that no, I can't help you until you start to get your health together. Because I see so many people that are declining in their own health because they're taking care of somebody else so much, or that the weight is on them because people say, well, you just do it better than everybody, or you do it, but that tends to throw the weight on you, and therefore it starts to decline your own health. So I put it out as a mission to say, hey, if you don't say no, you can't be no earthly good to nobody.
I know that's right.
So that's why I was telling, and we had that long discussion, Kathleen, and I said that, you got to start learning how to say no. And that means that sometimes you got to take a break for yourself because you deserve it. And you have been on the floor. You've been doing so much for so many people. Not only being a teacher, but also a caretaker at the same time. That's a lot of pressure. So I just want to say to everybody, without going into all the detail, she finally said no. So Kathleen, everybody come off mute for Kathleen. Say, Kathleen, congratulations.
Congratulations. You got to do it.
Congratulations.
Congratulations on saying no.
That's right.
Good day, sweetie.
That's right.
Congratulations to say no.
10 years to your health.
Keep it up.
Mina, your thing is really banging. Where she was at? Yeah. Okay,
as they say, no is a complete sentence.
Yeah. I like that one. I really like that one. I really like that. But I'm sure you feel very good and relieved that pressure is off of you. And if you're not careful, you just inherit these things from family, friends, neighbors, whoever. You got to say no. You got to say no, family. All right. So learn to use it, and when you become good again, then you can say, yeah, maybe I'll do it this time. All right, let me think about it. Let me think about it, Big B. All right. Thank you, Kathleen. That was a great testimony. Continue to do it. All right.
Thank you. I will.
All right. Take care.
It's gonna take all
let's see,
that.
Big B. Who else? We have anybody else that wants to come on and have a testimony?
I have one.
Hey, Dr. Lenny. I see Dr. Lenny in here. What's up, Doc? What's
up, buddy?
Yes. What's up, buddy?
Was that Sonia?
Yes.
All right. Go right ahead, Sonia. And then we get to Dr. Len. He has something.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Good evening, everybody. Okay. So remember last week, well, you might not remember, but I wrote in the chat that I had, I was having pain, but they wasn't sure if it was like gallstones or something else, and they was doing an ultrasound on me.
Yes.
So I got my results back, and it is the gallstones. So I heard you say, start drinking apple juice along with the water, and then you mentioned about cleaning the liver. So I jumped right on it, and don't you know, Dr. Paul, that pain is so minor. It's not even funny. Like, it's crazy. I got on some organic. I always do organic apple juice anyway. I do everything organic. But that was spot on. Like, I was in here like heating pad on my stomach, trying to figure out what's going on. Can't sleep at night. And all that is like, the pain is not even really a pain. It's like so dull at this point, because like my doctor want me to follow up with the gastrologist and try to see if they want to like shrink the stones with medicine or take my gallbladder out, which I'm not doing either or. That's a done deal. But that definitely helped out a lot. So I just wanted to put that out there that I'm feeling so much better.
All right, let's give Sonia a hand. Everybody come off of mute. That's a testimony right there, y'all. Everybody needs to come off mute on
that
that.
I called Dr. Lenny to my adjustment. I was going for a minute, but I took a break. But I'm back. I'm back in there because now I can move better. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll be seeing him next Wednesday.
All right.
Congratulations.
Yes.
That's what's up.
And if you are catching up with this and maybe first time, we talked last week about, stones. I think it was gallstones. And one of the ingredients, I gave out the liver flush. I think we gave the liver flush out. But I also mentioned that the studies showed that apple juice was actually helping with that. Apple juice actually shrinks the stones. So with that 100%, just make sure it's 100%. And she says she's been trying it, and guess what? She says it's working. So congratulations, Sonia. That's great news. Great news. Yes. I tell you, there's no better testimony than lack of pain. Let me tell you, pain and throbbing pain, there's nothing like it. So congratulations. All right. Great testimony. Great testimony.
Yes.
All right. Anyone else?
Anybody else?
Questions? Dr. Lenny, what's up, buddy?
Good evening, man. How are you guys? Always a pleasure to catch up with you and learn from you. Two quick ones. One, I really appreciate your insight on the blood pressure cuffs last week.
Oh, yes.
I did order 2 of those, and I wanted to make sure you posted that for anybody that didn't get one yet, the double discount there, so we could add that other code.
I got mine. Hey.
Yes, you got yours?
Yeah, but buddy, I got mine.
I got 2 on the way.
I got
2 on the way. Now, hey, y'all. Wait a minute now. Y'all got to listen up. Doc got to tell y'all. You remember, I gave you... Yeah, Doc, you want to tell them?
I just definitely, I've been looking for something that I could feel comfortable with in doing as part of our intake. It's certainly important, and people are walking around with some substantially elevated blood pressures and don't know. But we had so many that we've tried that were very inaccurate, and it was creating more stress for people, and then I'd have to do it manually and whatnot. So it was a bigger challenge. So I really appreciate you sharing that. But when I went to buy it, I got an additional code, and I passed that on. So maybe if we can throw that in the chat, I can dig it up if you don't have it. But save you an extra like $20, I think, off of the savings that you already passed along. So thank you for that.
Hey, y'all talking about $40 off of this blood pressure cuff, which is the number 1 blood pressure cuff in America right now, tested and guaranteed. And yes, I gave you a code, and Dr. Lenny went up and said, hey, man, I got a code too. Took off $40. I said, what?
Well, yes.
So Doc, if you have that code, if not Big B, you got it, right? You got
I got it.
Big B?
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it and put it in, but I do have it.
Good deal.
So we'll try to put those keys in there. Okay.
Awesome. Real quick, also, Doc, just Sonia, I look forward to seeing you next week, dear. But I went and saw Dr. Eloise on Friday, and just I've seen many different acupuncturists, and she is just a very soothing soul and just a wonderful young lady. And I really highly recommend her and her services. She was phenomenal. I didn't have like substantial symptoms going on, but just definitely felt another level of energy and had a great night's sleep, and just grateful to have her to be able to send some folks to. We have an acupuncturist in our office, but definitely I think everybody can benefit from acupuncture as well. She's phenomenal. So just wanted to give her a big thumbs up and thank you.
Absolutely. Give a shout out to Dr. Eloise, Jeff Prescott. Yes. And Doc, I want to say thank you so much. Can we please get off of mute and just give Dr. Lenny a hand for all that you helped us with? You helped out so many people, man.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you so much, Doc.
Dr. Lenny.
Rock and roll.
Thank you, Dr.
Thanks, Dr. Lenny.
Yes.
Appreciate that.
Thank you for being
Thank you for connecting me with so many wonderful people, buddy. I appreciate you and everything you do.
All right, thank you, Doc. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for chiming in. Always a pleasure to see you, man. And thank you for always your awesome work, man. We love you, man. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. Who else we got here, Big B? Anybody else for testimonies? Before the
anybody?
Y'all might think about it.
That's Mark. Mark says he's got a testimony.
All right. What's up,
Where
Mark?
you at, Mark?
First of all, I would like to thank everyone that gave me the strength and the hope and the prayer to get through what I was going through. Dr. Paul, Big B, Dr. Lenny, y'all some great guys, man. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all been helping me out for a very long time.
Yes.
Spirit, mind, and body, crawl, walk, and run. Those are the principles that really actually got myself together, especially during my storms. And this last storm that I've been through, it was crazy. It only lasted for like 4 days, 3 days to be exact, for me getting this dreadful disease and getting out of it and breathing well. And I'm grateful for that. And in order for me to get better with that, I was taking mullein, I was taking ginger, and I was using lemon to get through what I was going through. And I did have a little cold going on, but I got rid of that also with old Indian bark cherry syrup. And applying the principles, and everything worked out well. And I am so grateful for that. And like I said, all those storms that I've been through, I was able to come out of it. It was only temporarily, especially being in these hospitals. I don't like hospitals. Once I enter, first thing in my mind, how to get out. And I try my best to leave on their terms, not my terms, because it did happen a couple of times. But I'm trying not to do that no more. But thank God for you, Dr. Paul, and God that really hindered me. Matter of fact, when I was in that ER, I was laying on that bed for almost like 10 hours straight. And those 10 hours lasted going through the AM hour. And I was supposed to have taken my meds. On top of that, laying in that bed with no padding for 10 hours really hindered me. My whole butt and my back was totally numb.
Wow.
I pushed the button to indicate for them to help me. It took too long. I looked at my blood pressure, make sure everything was right before I start taking stuff off. And when they realized they didn't show up, that's when I took stuff off. And that's when they came, and I was doing what I had to do. But I was all right after that. But when it happened, it really made it more complicated, because I did walk a week and a half before this happened to me. And after that, it took a while to get my body back together for my butt being so numbed. But I got it back on point, and I just thank God everything is getting better.
All right, everybody, come off of mute for Mark. Let's go, Mark. Let's go, Mark.
Congratulations,
Mark. I'm so glad you're better.
Go, Mark.
Appreciate
I'm
the love.
feeling better.
Doing a great job, buddy. Stay on the field, brother. You're doing real well. You're doing well. You know, continue to do the work, buddy. You know, you've done so much to help so many people just by your testimony.
Yes,
so
indeed.
Thank you. You know, you've come, Mark, we followed you for a long time. And Mike, you know this being in the men's gathering, right?
Yeah. Absolutely,
so,
absolutely.
Mark, you have come a long way. Matter of fact, one of your anniversary links came up just this week.
Sure did.
One of your anniversary, one of your anniversary links came up this week on my page about the first day you walked, you know, in that class. And actually that first day you just said, you know what, Doc, I'm feeling good. You threw the things down and everybody was like, Mark, that's good, man. That's good. You was like, no, man, you got what we called righteous indignation. Basically, you threw down those canes and he started walking, y'all. Let me tell you, everybody was sitting there with their mouths on. And I said, wait a minute, let me take this. Let me grab my camera. I had to grab the camera, and that's what we saw. So congratulations, buddy. Continue to do the work, man. Stay on the page. Got it?
Can I say one more thing?
Sure.
For all the men's gathering, and for those who have gone and passed and was in my corner to see me walk again, I just wish they was living to see this. I know they'd be so proud of me.
Yes, they would, man. They'd be so proud of you, man. On every level, buddy. On every level. You did so much to inspire so many people. And I think about, you know, all the many Fridays that we spent together. Maybe we can start it up again. We'll see.
Yes, sir.
But congratulations,
that would
man.
Be great.
Continue to work, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. And you brought a few of us over. You brought a few of us over to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes, sir.
Sad to say, but yes, he did. He brought some Chief fans over there. And Mark, I can tell you, you were talking about Kansas City Chiefs when they weren't nothing.
You're right. 50 years. I've been liking them for 53 years now. 53. That's how long it's been.
Long time. Okay.
Yep.
All right, buddy. Let's see, Big B. Who else we have here? Anyone else, or we can go straight to questions today? All right. I think we're good. All right, let's go to the first question. I see Kamara up there. Is that Kamara?
Yep, Kamara's up right up top of her. Kamara,
what's up, Kamara?
You there?
Yes. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Paul. Thank you, Big B. I'm going to be quick because I know everybody has a need. Grounding sheets. So an ad popped up on my phone, and I just wondered what you thought about those.
Oh, absolutely. Grounding sheets are excellent. I definitely recommend them. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know.
So you can have grounding sheets in your bed. You can have them under your pad when you're sitting at your desk, like on your computer. You can pretty much use it anywhere. So yes, they are good. Definitely, I recommend them. You can take a voltage meter and do the testing yourself to tell you that it really is a grounding piece and it makes a difference. You know, yep. So it's very much similar to you being outside. That's what it is. And being in the ground.
That's good to know.
Yep. So
that's good to know.
Very good.
Any that you would avoid? I mean, are there any fake ones out there?
I would just say
they're pretty routine.
Yes, pretty much the numbers speak for themselves.
Okay.
I don't think there's any. I haven't run across any bad ones. Okay. I'm sure there's somewhere out there that probably is. You know, you can never discount somebody for not trying to do the right thing. So I would just say stick to the main brands and that they have made look at always the reviews for each one. The reviews are very important.
Or to go to Clint Uber. He's the guy that kind of like brought it back. Clint Uber has a website. I think it's Everything Inc.
Yeah, Clint and then Uber. Also you got Dr. Delbert Blair has them too. Okay, Delbert Blair has them also. So those are all good. So, you know, all good. You know us in grounding now. We got to ground ourselves.
Yeah, I just wondered about that particular device. I definitely believe in grounding. But thank you, and thank you. That's why we got the tree. Thank you.
Hey, come on. That's why
Delbert Blair.
And that's why I say you go out and hug a tree. Get grounded.
Yeah.
Y'all laugh about this hugging tree, but let me tell you, you're gonna sleep a whole lot better tonight.
Man, and look, and by the time we get to the other stuff we were talking about earlier about that hugging stuff.
Yeah, and you know what? Also, you know, I watch my dog. and my dog does these things. Every day he's got to go out in the backyard, and he just lays right in the grass. He lays right there. He's like, he's drowning himself. He's like,
I hear you,
you
buddy.
know, he's drowning himself every day. So I know that it works because I'm watching the animals. Watch the animals. That's what you got to do. All right, let's see who else we got.
Thank
here.
you.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
you
Thank
got
you,
it.
Tamara. Appreciate
All right,
you.
Queen Bee's up next. You up there, Queen? I know she was there just a few moments ago. There you go.
I'm here.
Go ahead, Queen.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Dr. Paul and Big B, thank you so much for always supporting us. My niece has tinnitus and also loss of memory. She's 38. What could be?
Well, whenever there's tinnitus of anything in the ear, ringing in the ears, I would always start to look at structural first. That's why, you know, we talk about structural issues. Usually, is Doc still on? Doc maybe punch out? Did he punch out? Yeah.
Dr. Lynn.
I'm here, Doc.
Yeah, tinnitus. You know, we're talking about tinnitus. You remember I had a little bout with tinnitus for a little bit, or just I had vertigo. Mine was more vertigo. But definitely we're looking at, you know, we usually C1, C2, Doc.
Yes, sir.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
You got to start to look at structural first. That's what I would look at. So your niece, how old is your niece, by the way?
38.
38? Yeah, definitely have her get checked out first. Is she in Philadelphia?
Germany.
In Germany? Yeah. Definitely have her get structural, because structural is the main issue we look for.
If you'd like to send me the town in Germany and zip code or whatever I don't know the zip code, I guess, over there. But I'd be happy to try and see if I can find somebody. That isn't going to be easy, but I'll happily dig around for you.
Yeah, excellent. Did you hear that?
Sounds like a winner to me.
Did you hear that?
Sounds
Queen?
like a winner to me.
Queen, you still there?
No, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, he said, Dr. Lenny said, if you give him the address or where she's close to, he'll try to find someone that's close to her. You know, he'll reach out and see if he can find someone that he can recommend that can actually help her. But I would look for structural first. Now, if she goes and gets checked out and they find out she's structurally sound, then we got to look at other things. You know, other things would be inflammation, you know, and inflammation can be looking back at the food choices, you know, acid environment. So that's what I would start first. When it's structural, then after structural, we got to start looking at dehydration. Also, food choices, dietary things. And that's something that I can do upon. We can do a Zoom call. I do international calls all the time, so we can do a Zoom call on that. But I would start first with structural, okay? Because that may be contraction on that C1, C2 usually is in that area that can cause a lot of tinnitus, okay?
Okay. Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
No problem.
All right,
but
you
give
got it,
Doc your information, though. Can you drop in? Can you send it to you personally? You can send it right to him in your chat.
Okay, I can do that now.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff.
All right.
Good stuff.
Very good. Hey, guys, just for your information, in the chat, I put all the information that you were asking about for the blood pressure cup. I have the link for the, for you just go right to the website, and also the
codes.
discount
You got
code.
2 codes, right?
Yes,
You got 2 codes.
I have one code, Doctor. I have the awesome, the doc reviews 2022. I didn't get the other one.
Yeah, Doc.
We need the $40 one. That one is 20.
Yeah, that was 20.
Well, together they're 40. So they're both 20.
Cool.
They're both 20.
Yeah.
I'll dig it up for you now. It's empty, Bill.
Okay, great. Thanks.
All right, Big V. Let's see what we have.
All right, there we are. Anybody else?
All
right, Queen, you done? Then we'll get to Kathleen. Then that's next. Kathleen, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Okay, Dr. Paul, I really, really, really need your help. So this is the reason why I was able to tell my mom no. So I left work April the 9th on a half a day, very, very sick, and I'm still homesick. So I just don't even know how one person can get so sick from one day to the next day. This has been like, if it wasn't me, I really wouldn't even believe this was even happening. But I went to the hospital. Well, I went to the primary care. She said, you got to see a specialist today. Thank God. The specialist I knew was on vacation. they referred me to someone. He saw me within 20 minutes. I was that close to his office. And he gave me, unfortunately, an antibiotic and a steroid. So diabetes, the steroid raised my sugar over 300 and something. But I took it anyway because I was in so much pain. I woke up the next day. I could not breathe. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. My throat was closing up. So I went to the hospital at 4:30 in the morning. So to make a long story short, they diagnosed me with something. I really thought they made it up, but it's called pharyngitis.
Okay.
Okay, I've never heard that before. I really thought they made it up.
Well, remember, I would definitely see when you're talking about a lot of things, Kathleen, you're still on your detox schedule. You're really detoxing. So you're going to see a lot of things that are going to throw you off. Your numbers are going to be off, but you have to keep in alignment with what we talked about. Got it? Which means
No,
I
was just, sorry. Go ahead. You speak. Sorry.
No. I just want to make sure you get that understanding that they're going to give you a lot of things that are going to throw you off. And see, this for you is not good because it's causing you more confusion. It's taking you off your path. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
If you remember, there's vicious cycle. They call it a vicious cycle for a reason. Because one problem causes another problem, this problem causes that problem, that problem, that problem. And if you react to every single thing somebody tells you, you're going to be way off. You got me?
Way off.
That's what I'm saying. But see, this is, back in the military, they used to call that rabbit ears.
I know, that's right.
You remember they call that rabbit ears. You got to stop having rabbit ears.
Yeah,
so
man.
Everything, you got to stay focused to what your game plan. You're going to decide what you're going to do with and go with it and trust the system that works, that your body will correct itself, but you got to stay on point. And don't let people throw you off because they're going to come up with a lot of stuff. It's going to be a lot of stuff they're going to come up with. But it all just means detox to us, right? You got to clean your system. And
I was in so much pain. Dr. Paul, it scared me to death because I really, I opened my mouth, I could barely talk. That's how closed up my throat was. So at that particular moment in time, I really felt like I had no option. I needed relief.
Oh yeah, you have to. You got to do what you got to do. We don't say no. We don't say don't go to the doctor. No.
I went to the emergency room.
Right. You're not saying that because that's you don't want to get past the point of preventiveness. If you're past the point of preventiveness, you need to go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. That's what you're supposed to do.
So I did that, but then you're on the steroid 5 days. It's like a Z-Pack thing and all this. I felt like I wasn't getting better. I had to see the doctor 1 week later. I went to him and I was trying to be really, really patient. And I was trying to be really, really nice and not be disrespectful, but I don't know him. And I told him, I said, I do what you said and now I'm not feeling better. I need to get back to work. And he said, well, I could take some blood tests, So the blood test came back. I kid you not, I just have to have this doctor help me. He's the only one over here. But he told me I have mono. I don't even know what that is. And then he says, but you have everything. And I said, well, you just got finished telling me I have pharyngitis. Now I have mono.
Like I just said, didn't I just say that? You're going to show a lot of stuff. See, what happens is, remember, if your lymphatic system is backing up, that's the sewer system of your body. Got it? You have to start to get it moving. How's your exercise? Have you been able to do anything?
That is the one and only thing. Dr. Paul, today is the first day that I've been awake past 2 o'clock. I am exhausted. I barely can stay awake till 2 o'clock. If I make it to 2, I lay down. I wake up at 11:30. I go to the bathroom and I go back to sleep until 8 o'clock in the morning and try it again. So I kind of believe him that I have mono because I am
well, we're not saying that that's not true, but this is what I'm saying. If you have mono or any other situation, whether it's bacterial or viral, it still just means toxicity to you. You got it?
Right.
That's
and
it.
he's letting me go. It's
the same stuff. It's the same thing. It means the same thing. Right. But see, what's happening is you have to get on a direct plan. You have to get on something direct and stick to it. I think that what you need, just give me a call. We need to do a follow-up with you. Just a call, just to talk to you. Because you got now. Well, here's also, you're coming off also additional pressure with what's going on with everything else outside of your health. Got it? Yeah. So you got a lot of things going on. And at the same time, you got to get some stability right now.
Yes.
Stability and structure means a lot. And it can happen where just being stressed out will throw your body out of balance.
Will take you out.
Got it? So you have to regroup. You got to start to nail some things down, though. Got it?
Okay, are you sure you can talk to me tomorrow? Because I really need your help. I got to get back to school. My kids are suffering.
Well, this is what I'll say. Call in, and we'll see if we can get a hold, if we can get you in for tomorrow. I believe tomorrow is booked up, though. But I can tell you, just call up Ivy. Call right now, matter of fact.
I'm about to.
Call right now and leave her a message so she'll get it first thing in the morning, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Paul.
All right. Take care. All right.
Okay.
We'll see you.
Good night.
All right.
Dr. Paul, can I interject?
Certainly. Go right ahead.
A lot of doctors like to use big words, pharyngitis, which means essentially you have a sore throat and laryngitis.
Exactly.
And, you know, what we used to do growing up because, you know, we couldn't go to the doctors for when we had those little things. And one of the things my mom had us do, and I still do even as a singer, when I get a sore throat, pharyngitis, especially during cold and flu season, I use some pink Himalayan salt and do saltwater gargles.
Go.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
And this is where
ditto, Clarinda.
Yeah, and I drink tea. And I drink what is it? The tea for lungs. I got it right here somewhere. With
Mullein?
Mullein tea with Ricola and organic lemon.
Yeah, see, they're just giving you a characteristic for what they can get you to understand. That's what these terminologies are.
Yeah,
but
they
really,
give you terminology and then give you antibiotic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For a virus.
Yeah, I did do the Himalayan pink salt gargle thing, and that did give me some relief. But I was in so much pain that I could not touch my neck. When I put my shirt on to go to the hospital, I was in so much pain just from my shirt laying on my neck.
Yeah. You gotta go back and regroup. You gotta regroup. You gotta regroup. Okay.
Hey guys, don't let stress beat you up. You can't let stress beat you up, because that'll make you do crazy things. You don't want to respond to things to just be like this. You want to come from a place of safety. So sometimes you got to call someone that you know and you trust and say, "What do you think?" Or you think I can get to some. Listen, we are a family.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
And you got to do that, because that's what's going to get you through.
And also, one last thing, Kathleen, go back to your notes. Okay. So when we talk, we can go back to your notes and just give me an update on where you are. Are you taking your pH, things like that?
Yeah,
give me a list of your last 7 days. 7 days of pH and blood pressure. Okay.
Okay. On that point, Dr. Paul, let me do this, guys. In order to make sure you get a copy of the chat, okay? Make sure you send me an email, guys. Send an email to meccavideo@gmail.com. That's meccavideo@gmail.com to make sure you got a copy. Because I saw the reason why I'm bringing this up now, because I saw some questions in here in the chat wanting to get access to the chat. You don't put it in the chat. Send the email, because I won't see it until I start going through.
That's right. That's right.
If you do it that way, listen, I want to make sure that I get
don't
it to you.
Send it to me. Don't send it to me.
No,
everybody sends it to me. Don't send it to me. Send it to Bill.
Listen, because I beat him up over the chats, y'all. I'm telling you, I make sure. Okay, so just make sure you do that. And while I'm on the point, to make sure in order to continue to support the guys right here on the Family Tree, guess what? Use my Cash App. That's $ Bill Morgan. That's BILMORGAN. That's $ Bill Morgan. And guess what? And by the way, we're using Zelda for the bank. We're using Dr. Paul at drpaulherb.com.
No, that's you.
We got to change that. We got to change that, Dr. Paul. But we're going to change it. But for tonight, I'll get it changed up by next week. All right, Dr. P?
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
But for right now, Dr. Paul at drpaulherbs.com. All right. Now, from there on, guess what? You can also get us where? At the P.O. Box, guys. You can send that to Bill Morgan, P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. But we're going to change that thing. So next week, we'll just make sure that everything runs in line. We'll be able to make sure we get everything in one place, and we'll all make sure that everything comes directly to you every week. Okay.
All right.
Can I interject, Dr. Paul?
Yes.
Sure.
Grand Rising, everyone.
Grand Rising.
Just to back up, just so people can understand, my sister made a comment there. You don't, just for everyone to know, you go to doctors, you say, I have a cold, have this, and they want to give you antibiotics. Antibiotics don't work on viruses. And the proper way they should be doing, they should be taking a culture, if it's bacterial, So the culture will come back and tell you what antibiotic is supposed to be used. They don't do that. You just go to the doctor. Oh, doc, I got this, I got that. Okay, here's the antibiotic.
Yeah, that's right.
We accept it.
And we accept it. That's right. Without asking, we say hold the feet to the fire.
I know
that's what
right.
we say. You know, you got to make them anybody reaching for anything. You got to say, all right, well, why do I need this? What made you determine this? You know, and then move forward. Yeah, who is that?
Vaughn.
Hey, Vaughn. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, I wanted to add to that because I went through a similar situation as the lady did. And what it was, it felt like I had something flying in my ear. So I'm thinking maybe it's an ear infection. Never had an ear infection before. So I go to the doctor and they give me an antibiotic and a steroid. By the time I took the medicine, I thought I was going to die, just like the lady was saying. I literally fell on my bed and threw up all over the place. It had nothing to do with what was going on in my ear once I went to another doctor. Yeah. So I think, the combination of the antibiotic and the steroid is what made me really sick.
Yeah. And you know, Vaughn, and this is, and I'm going to just take a page out of the clientele that's coming through, and I'm getting a firsthand look at, and I'm seeing a lot of the lymphatic systems backing up. People are backing up unbelievably. I mean, that means that when you back up, that lymphatic system's not moving at all. And when that's not moving, that's your sewer system of your body. Body has no other choice but to dump it in your blood. Got it? So when you're doing things like purging, like throwing up, that's the last resort to say, body, I can't get it. I got to purge this out. So it pushes it out of the skin. Out of the skin sometimes. So pushing it out where you just throw up. That's what the herbs are doing. They're trying to get this stuff out of you. I would really say that, the first signs and symptoms of the lymphatic system backing up would be swelling around those areas of the primary nose, which is cervical, right under the neck area. Y'all see me? Areas under the armpit, that's the axillary, and in the inguinal in the groin. Those are first signs of swelling. Knee swelling, ankle swelling, all of those things means you're backing up. Now, you can get issues with infections in the lymphatic system, lymphatitis, things that were literally you're getting bacteria or some kind of infection, and that does happen. So that's why we got to get, some form of natural antibiotic is what we use. And we say natural antibiotic, and I can go over some of those today. Maybe I'll grab a few and tell you which ones that we can use, but you got to start to move that lymphatic system. We also have to get more movement involved. Remember that lymphatic system doesn't move until you move. Got it? Doesn't have a pump, only has muscles that overlap and they twitch, but they only move when you move. So you got to move. That's why movement is critical. So keep that in mind. All right. All right, Big B, what do we have there, buddy?
Okay, I have a couple of little questions here. There's one that says, what do you use to recommend to help prevent or treat glaucoma?
Glaucoma, it's going back to the pressure in the eye.
That's from Lynn.
So, yep. So we're looking back again at blood pressure. Usually it's the first sign. We got to get off the sugar. Now make sure you're watching the sugar, refined salt, refined oil. Any blood pressure problems?
Lynn, any blood pressure problems? Well, you are right up next. So any blood pressure problem? Lynn, you there?
Is she there?
I see her, but she has not come off of mute
yet.
Yet.
All right. So usually we got to look at blood pressure.
Right. Okay.
But the sugar, it's the refining of the products.
Right.
When the refining of the products start to shrink those cranial arteries in your eyes, starts to now shrink them, now you get blockage. First signs of that starts with cataracts. Now the mucus builds up. Nothing can release. So you got to release it. And the release happens with dilation. So that means stay away from those things that dilate, that are actually shrinking the vessels in the eyes, start to dilate, which means getting into things like cayenne pepper, things like, where's my dog coming in here? I know somebody was messing around back here. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. He's making a lot of noise back here. Indy, stop. Get down, boy. All right. And let's see. Dilators would also be beets, things like parsley, things like asparagus, things like bok choy, things like the alliums we always talk about. So those things will open up. Now for eyes, lutein, not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul, but lutein and zeaxanthin are the key. There are some forms that we gave out a few times, some of the eye formulas, but the ones with those two in there, zeaxanthin and lutein, okay, those are things that you can do, and they can actually help with the process of helping the eye to open up properly or to give connectivity. Now, lutein is spelled Lutein, and the other one is zeaxanthin, Zeaxanthin. Got it? So those are some of the things that we use. There's a lot of things, but you got to get control of that pressure. Usually it's pressure or sugar, or both, that we try to watch out for.
Well, Dr. Paul, she's not able to answer, but I'm suspect glaucoma, but I don't never have high blood pressure, so it may be the sugar.
Yeah,
so I'm glad
it's either one or the other. It's either one or the other. Okay. See, it's dehydration. It's dehydrating us. See, all of the products that are in the store, you got to look at it from their perspective. They got to keep it on the shelf long enough so that you will buy it. Got it? So how do I keep it on the shelf longer? Means I got to do some form of preserving to keep it on the shelf. So it's either by refined sugar, refined salt. Sometimes it's hydrogenation. That means hydrogenated foods. Got it? So all of these things are preserving you from the inside out. You know, I gave y'all those sneaky ones. Remember? The sneaky ones were what? The combination herbs and spices. Herbs and spices. Yep, you got, what's that? We got the combinations. Watch out for the ones, the adobos, the loris. What else? What's the other ones you got? Slap your mamas. We got all the ones out there. We got the Mrs. Dash, all that. You got to watch those combination salts, because in there with the herbs and the spices, somewhere in there, you're going to see what? Salt. That's the refined salt. That's the bad one. Yes. Or you might see another element called sodium dioxide or caking ingredient. Any of those three in there, that's bad for you. If you got eye issues, if you got high blood pressure, stay off of that stuff. Take your Himalayan salt, add your spices and herbs to it. You just eliminated all three of those elements. Got it? So keep that in mind. All right.
Okay. All right, Dr. Beaver. Before I go up to Rochelle, Dr. Paul, many say that they believe in science. How does that tie in with immunization since it was created by man?
Okay, say that one more time. That's a loaded question. All right, go ahead.
So many people say they believe in science. How does that tie in with immunizations since it was created by man?
Well, they look at it as their science. It's based on philosophy, their philosophical understanding. That's the approaches of the three types of medicine that you're dealing with. That's why we say you got to know who you're talking to and who's talking to you. Got it? And what philosophy are you following? Because if you're not careful, you're going to get under the wrong philosophy. The only real philosophy you want to be following is the Most High God philosophy, because that's the one that built you. Got it? And that means that we follow the path of nature. That's why we call it nature's path, got it? Or natural path. Got it? So what's happening is we're getting philosophies from that have understandings or ideologies that are not consistent with nature. They're going against nature. That's why. So that's why you got to know who you're talking to and who's talking to you. You got how many branches? You remember we talked about the three types of medicine. Anybody know what those are? Anybody know what they are?
Allopathic,
traditional,
homeopathic,
and naturopathic. You got it? You got those three. So allopathic would be what? Going against the body. Suppressive therapy. That's when it's basically saying, fake the body out, lie, go and basically fake the body out to think it's sick so that your body can raise the immune system to be well. That's why when you are sick and your body and you're coughing, your body's trying to say what? Get it out, trying to purge it out. But what do they say when you coughing, Big B? They say, stop coughing. We're going to stop you coughing.
That's right.
Because we do suppressive therapy. So what am I going to give you? I'm going to give you a what? A
Cough
suppressant.
Cough suppressant.
I'm going to give you a cough suppressant. And your body's trying to say, no, I want to get this stuff out. You got it? Now, homeopathy, not to be confused with naturopathy. That means like knows like, takes one to know one, fight fire with fire. That means that in homeopathy, then if you were to get bit by a snake, they would find what? The snake to get the what? The antivenom, right?
Yes.
Right. So that means it's a little poison in the remedy. That's what the difference is. It's a little poison in the remedy. That's homeopathy. Naturopathy, we believe that, hey, everything is in the good Lord and put everything in the earth that you need to bring you back. Got it? So everything in the light, in the earth, herbs are the meat of the earth, the trees are for the healing of the nations. So with that, you bring your body back to balance by bringing it back to earth. Got it? So those are the three paths that you have. But the key rule of thumb is watch who your philosophy is, who you're following with your philosophy.
Yep.
Yeah, got it?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
All right. Let's see what
Rochelle,
else
you there?
Yes. Good evening,
Rochelle.
family. Dr. Paul.
What's up,
I wanted
Rochelle?
to find out, I know you talked about the blood pressure monitors. I just bought one a few weeks ago. So how do I know if the one I bought is a good one or not?
Yeah, we went over that last week. Remember, I gave out
Yes,
and I talked about the Omron. I talked about the Omron, and the error rate of Omron is about plus or minus 6 to 7. Got it? So that means up 6 to minus 7 would be somewhere around up to minus 6 or 7, somewhere between there. You can have an error rate. That's why I brought the information for the Oxyline. Got it? That's the one that has the most accuracy. Okay.
Oh, yes, I understand that. But how can you find out if the one that you have?
Right. I gave it out. I gave the numbers for the Omron. It says plus or minus 6 or minus 7. Okay. Plus or minus 6 or 7. That's where Omron did all the testing. When they did all the testing, that's where it came in.
Okay. Rochelle, if you get a chance to take a look at last week's program, he did a wonderful rundown on that. Not only that, but there was a comparison of all of them right together, and it was all, and he showed it right on the screen itself.
So Omron was always recognized as one of the best.
The best, yes.
But see, they came out with this latest technology, which is that the one that the Oxyline has. Here it is, matter of fact. Here it is right here.
It's
Did you see this? Did you see this right here?
Yes.
Last time? Okay,
yes.
now this is actually, if you go online, you can get it with $40 off. And if it's like $100, you're only paying like 60 something dollars, so you might want to grab one of these. Got it? 75. See, this is actually the most accurate of the ones. And that's called the Pressure X Pro. Pressure X Pro. Did you get everything?
Yeah, I understand it. That's the best, but I still wanted to know that
you're plus or minus 6 or 7. That's where you are. Okay. So it'll be either up from the original where it's supposed to be. It can vary up from 6 to 7, either too high or too low from the original of what it really is. So that's why they're only used for references. Okay.
Or Dr. Paul, this is Nitha again interrupting. If she knows someone who knows how to do it manually,
yes, that's always the best.
Have someone do it manually, then you use yours and see how close you get.
Yeah, that's the way you would do it also. See, when they did the testing on that machines, they did, that's what I gave y'all. There was a specific machine that's designed to measure all the accuracy of the blood pressure monitors. So that's what they use on that broad test. So go back to last week, like we said, Big B, last week we have that posted on Facebook, and you can go back and just go through that section. Okay.
And if you can't find it, Rochelle, just send me an email about that, and I'll put the link in there for you so you can click right to it. Okay.
All right. Thank
Not
you.
a problem. Not a problem.
Okay,
Very good.
Rochelle,
Very good.
thank you.
All right, Dr. P. Next question before we go to Michael. Hold on a second, Michael. This is from Hollis. He says, I have two questions. A relative of mine is in her early 30s, needs dental implants due to a very low vitamin D and issues with the bones in her mouth. Can you recommend a good dental surgeon and vitamins? She just started taking, I guess, Tree of Life raw vitamin D supplements.
Yeah, that's a loaded question too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's a lot there. All right. Whenever you're getting, each person's situation with their structure, this is structural. That's going to have to be depending on whoever they're talking to. A good dentist. I would say to get checked out. I'm really not a fan of the titanium in the implants. And that's because of what the metal, you just can't have metal in the system. No. It's going to be a problem long term. And that's just the people that I see, that it causes autonomic disruptions after a certain amount of time. I'm not a fan. I just see other things that the other dentists are not telling people, that it could cause autonomic disruption later down the road. Because you got that metal in your mouth and your body says, I don't know what this is. And every tooth in your mouth is connected to an organ in your body. Got it? And not only that, but the point of getting them implanted sometimes it requires extractions. And some of those extractions can cause infections. So that's a whole nother level. So I would say, please be evaluated properly. You may want to look up a biological dentist. Okay, biological dentist. There's plenty out there. That's like a naturopath like myself that does dentistry. So I would ask for a biological dentist first to see other options for you. The other question, Big B, what was the other one? The other one was
vitamin D.
Vitamin D, yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
They'll tell you vitamin D.
Thank you, Nita.
But we try to build bone. Horse comes from bone marrow. So we build bone in a different way. We build bone density by things like coral calcium. You see, not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. And that's coral calcium comes out of the ocean, which is a different form of what's called bioavailable calcium. Got it? Which builds faster, which means you can get as much as you want without having to get too much because you just pee it right out. Got it? So I would lean on the lines of biological dentist and also coral calcium. And that can be in powder form and also in capsule form. Okay. All right.
All right. Up next is Big Mike. Mike, you there, buddy?
I'm here. I'm here.
All right. What's up, buddy?
Hey, hanging in there.
Can't get no golf in, man. It's raining.
Well, Tiger couldn't play the golf. You and I, that doesn't really make a difference.
You can't play no golf, man. It's raining all the time.
Let's see if we can get healthy. If I can get healthy. Yeah, you just mentioned the use of coral calcium to build bone. Is there a downside of getting too much at the end? I heard you say something about your body throws it off.
No, that's what I was saying. You can get too much of the calciums that you buy in the store. They're coming, okay. Yeah, with the coral calcium, because it comes out of the ocean, it's bioavailable. And yes. Now keep in mind, sometimes you'll get tested for calcium, and they may tell you your calcium levels are too high, but they only test for one type of calcium. There's 9 types of calcium. So they're going to just show high. But you must say, if you're taking coral calcium, I am taking a bioavailable calcium. Make sure, your doctor knows that. Yeah, make sure they have an understanding of it, because your numbers are going to be really high. But that's the kind of high you need. You need that because it's bioavailable. Got it? Which means you pee it out. Okay?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, the question that I had initially was about the use of cayenne pepper and honey, EVLO for circulation. I think.
Okay, say that again. Say that again. You're breaking up for me. I'm sorry.
Okay. At one point, I think you had mentioned using cayenne pepper and honey and extra virgin olive oil for circulation. And I heard you mention that in conjunction with swelling in the ankles, I think this evening. Are those the same kind of things?
Well, I mean, you just mentioned that if there's anything, circulation would be the cayenne, okay, the cayenne pepper. Okay, so there may have been a formula that we gave out maybe a while ago. I don't remember that one though, not with olive oil.
Okay.
Yeah, so it may have been either the liver, the kidney, stomach, or the spleen flush. We do. So either one, neither one of those are going to have that olive oil in it. But cayenne pepper is good for circulation. Yes.
Okay. Now, and swelling in the ankles.
Right. Swelling in the ankles is definitely a direct sign of, lymphatic system backing up. Also kidneys. Okay. So watch concentration. Watch the concentrated foods, things like refined sugar, refined salt, refined oils. Got it? Hydrogenization. We talked about. Watch the dairy. Thick, creamy, or things that pour slow. I know people don't want to hear that one, boy. I mean, that's one. All three of them. I love them. Yeah, but it becomes a problem because it's too dense. Got it? And the kidneys can't break that down. Not enough water. Okay. So, and I do want to say one more thing. Okay. And some say, well, I don't do all that stuff, but I have my crackers and I have my, their paleo, their non-GMO, their, non-salt. They got all the things that are healthy. They got every health symbol that's needed. But guess what? It's still dehydrating to you. You got it? That's the problem. So yes, you still have to watch that. I had somebody that came in about a week or two ago, and they were saying they love these special snacks. They had every certification in the world, but that person was killing them. they was killing them. They were beating 3-4 bags of them. I'm like, look, you can't keep doing that because it's throwing your level still of sodium is going to be higher. Got it? So don't do too much. Dehydration. It's always coming back to dehydration again.
Okay.
And I got one more thing, Mike. I'm sorry. Stuff keeps popping in my head.
No, I'm writing fast.
I gotta say this. It has to do a lot with these electronics too. It has to be these electronics are dehydrating us out because people are saying, yeah, I'm doing half my body weight in ounces, but I'm still dehydrated, doc. That's because, yes, we have these electronic devices. And remember, I told y'all, get y'all one of these. You see where I got it, Big B, right here.
Yeah, buddy.
Got my device right here. See that? That's my electromagnetic field detector right here.
Dr. Wall, put that in the chat again because I think many folk missed it.
Yeah, see this right here? This is my electromagnetic field detector. So I keep this in front of me when I'm on my computer. Or if I'm, anywhere in an area where I think there may be high on magnetic fields, electromagnetic fields, or radio frequencies, all can be a problem. And this detector detects all of them. Matter of fact, Big B, I can put one right in. We'll put one in the meter. This one actually is going for $26 right now. $26. See this right here on Amazon. So can y'all see that?
Yep, right there. Right there. Yep.
That's it.
What is that called? The brand?
What's the brand?
This one is called Denscos. Yeah, and I'll write this down. It's RDINSCOS.
I have one too, Dr. Paul.
Okay, there you go. There you go, Calvin. I see you.
Oh.
Yep. So these are meters that you can keep with you. How's yours working for you, by the way?
Pretty good.
You done tested everything in the house, didn't you?
Yeah.
Man, I didn't test everything. I even tested my dog. I was like, come on.
You need to leave him alone.
He said, leave me alone.
Yeah, leave me alone, man. Just give me a bone. That's all. All right. So hopefully, Mike, that helps you, man. I'm going to tell y'all that, they looked at the highest rate of suicide was with the installers with the 5G.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yep.
buddy.
Yep. That's real. That's very real.
Really? Wow.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Some of the rates of the highest forms of cancer and also suicide was because a lot of them can't go to sleep. See, when you're installing those things, you're at the highest rate of light spectrum that's equivalent to the sun. So your body can't determine, is this the sunlight or is this actually, you know, if this is regular light or sunlight. So if it's close to sunlight, you're going to keep firing off that serotonin. Got it? So when it's time to calm down, you can't calm down. So a lot of them are racing inside. It races the heart rate, races all the cells in the body. And a lot of them are exposed to a lot of radio frequency. And that's too much for the human body. Got it? So keep that in mind. So get one of those meters. Get one of those meters, y'all. All right.
All right, Dr.
Can you say the name of the meter again?
I'm going to put it in the chat. I mean, we'll.
He's going to put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat. I'm putting it in the chat.
Thank you.
All right, Dr. P, before we get to talk about the things that we were talking about earlier, like we were talking about the things in the air and stuff shooting at us. There's one more question. It says, my friend has brain tumors diagnosed years ago because their brain is how they stay afloat in life. There will be no doctors poking around in there. Doesn't trust them anyway. My friend can't lay straight and is always in an L shape. If they lay down, their head pain is at 22 out of 10. Being in this shape all the time is problematic as it causes other physical maladies. I'm told that all healing is temporary and there's only one way to be completely healed where nothing will ever bother you again. So I'm not asking for a way to heal the tumors, but is there an herbal treatment that will decrease the intracranial pressure they're experiencing so they can lay straight again?
Well, this is what I would say. This is a very complex situation.
Yes.
So with that, you got to do an assessment to see what's off. See, balance is the key to everything. So pressure means that for every action, there's an opposite or equal reaction. That's what's called the laws of inertia. So with something like this happening, that means somewhere else in the body, there's a pressure, there's something out of balance. So where is that coming from? That's where a complete assessment would be in order. It would be reckless or irresponsible for me to try to give you an herb for something like that with that much complexities. I would never do that. So I would say always come in and get an assessment, then you move forward to make sure you're eating right, to make sure you're drinking your right water. See, when you start to get the body in balance, it kind of has no other way than to get right.
Get right.
You got it? Right. But usually when we track down people's problems, especially things with tumors and things like that, we find that there was an imbalance somewhere. Because remember, the tumor is actually trying to isolate the situation. It's trying to isolate it and keep it away from, or quarantine it away from the rest of the body. So it's a way of the body actually attempting to heal itself. It's trying to correct itself. But we've never been taught that. We've taught a philosophy that a tumor is bad and that's what it is. It's just isolating. Really, it's just trying to isolate the situation. So I would say an assessment. Hopefully they're in Philadelphia. If not, we can set up a phone consultation to get the conversation going.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So, all right.
All right. There's one more is I would like to to a full body cleanse. Do you have products to support different phases of the cleansing process? If so, do you have a pill form or can I buy it online?
Okay, you can go right to my website, shop.drpaulherbs.com. And with that, you can see the detox kit.
Yep. It's all there.
Did you put it in there, Big B?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Here it is right there. I just put it in there. Shop.drpaulherbs.com.
Yep, that is right there. I see it.
And basically, we have a full detox that from the green drink, colon cleanse, and parasite formula. These are the balancers that we start with because we base it in the principles of cleanse every change of seasons. When you start to do this, guess what? The body just tends to get in its proper balance. But you got to watch out for certain foods. We start you there, and then we move forward. Along with an assessment. I always tell people to get an assessment. Find out what your Find out what your body is saying. If you don't know what your body's saying, then you're just guessing. You're shooting in the dark, trying to hit a target. You can't hit the bullseye if you don't even have a target. Got it? So you got to find out what your target is. And that means, what is your body saying? Okay.
Dr. Paul. Guys, I hope you're listening there. What we're saying that you also got to do some work, guys. Yeah, the answer is not just a pill.
Yeah.
It just won't work like that. Okay.
Yeah, or an herb. You got to stay in balance. That's right.
You got to stay in balance.
And then, you know, that's a great point, Big B. You know, we have been conditioned that the magic bullet is the key to everything.
Yes.
You know, when really it's about living right. It's about stopping eating those things.
Yes.
See, when they give you pharmaceutical medicines, that's pharmaceuticals, and they never tell you how to eat right. That means you can still eat the way you want to eat.
Yep.
Just take this pill.
Yep.
And that's where the imbalance comes in. You got to live a healthier life here too, also in your head.
Yes.
That means you got to live right. You got to live right. You got to be right. You got to walk right. Hey, ain't that a gospel song, Big B?
Yeah. Yes, everybody. That's a fact.
Dr. Paul, one of the things you say is that you can't fake it.
You can't fake it. That's right. That's right.
Your body won't let you do, Dr. P.
Your body will tell you. You can't fake this stuff.
Yes, you can't fake it. You got to look at it as the body says, I'm a righteous temple created by a genius.
Mm-hmm.
And that means I only accept the truth. So if you keep giving me a lie, I'm going to show you disease.
Well, it was
it's going to reject it.
I'm going to reject it. It's just not the truth. And that's why we got to start, you know, really conquering our minds, that we get past this thing called taste buds.
Yeah.
Because they know if I can get you start tasting this stuff, and all I got to do is sparkle them taste buds, put a whole lot of sugar, a whole lot of salt, and a whole lot of greasy oil in it. Oh, this is wonderful. This is
Dr. Paul, there's a manufacturer's rule. They put sugar even in medicine.
That's right. Yeah. Did you know they put sugar in cigarettes?
Yes, they do.
They put sugar in everything because it's addictive.
It's an addiction. That's right.
Sugar,
people want that little sugar. Yeah.
Sugar is man's crack. Can I say that?
That's it is.
That's what it boils down to.
Thank you, Pastor. Hey, Pastor. Hey, go back to Pastor.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mr.
man,
Harlan?
how you doing,
Pastor,
brother?
Pastor Harlan.
Hey, tell them about that book behind you, man. You know, we didn't give you a spotlight on that book behind you. Tell us about the book, man. You got a book coming through. This is a shout.
Yeah. The book behind me is my first book that I wrote. It's called The 7 Steps of Sonship Maturity. And it gives you the actual steps how to mature as a person and as a Christian. It does. And it's, if you send me $20 to your cash app with your address, that'll cover the book and the shipping and handling. My cash app is $ Richie Halsey. That's RICCI HAUSLEY. And I guarantee you, not because I wrote it, but I'm telling you, this is a life changer. This will put you right on point.
Put the information in the chat, Apostle.
Yeah, can you put it right in the chat for us? Yeah.
Some folk may not be able to.
And I'm sure this is deeply rooted in biblical principles.
Oh, yeah, no question about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you.
Matter of fact, we go back to the very beginning, because the Bible says in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And we don't start with people, places, and things.
Well,
God himself.
Okay.
Awesome.
Because the way he functions and the way he operates. Matter of fact, I'll just give you a little tidbit. God revealed himself as an eternal family relationship. Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a clue. And I encourage you to get that book. That book will change your life. You'll never be the same again.
Awesome. And you got the link down there for the family?
Where do I type it in at? I was trying to figure out where to type it in at.
Oh, right down where you see the chat. It'll say chat. Hit chat. And then over your right side, it'll usually appear up and it'll say, who can see the messages? And you want to put everyone. And just type it right in there. Okay. Or you can, send it over to Big B. He got a million hands over there. He can do this at the same time. He taking in for Providence, Thank you, Providence.
Hey, I'm trying.
Thank you, Apostle. Appreciate
Thank you,
you. Yeah.
All right. Just before we go to Wanda, there's one question here that says, "What can I take for a bad reflux flare-up that's triggering my asthma?" That's coming from Val.
Oh yeah, you got to go with the lungs. Anything with the lungs. Dr. Glendis talked about it earlier. The mullein. The mullein is very good for that. You have mullein. The family of mullein, not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent disease, just food for the soul. Cleans those bronchial tubes out. So now issues with, even if someone may have been like a previous smoker for years of smoking, or maybe have chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, or anything that deals with emphysema, all those things start to deal with things like mullein, mullein.
Amen.
It's an excellent one. Mullein does wonders. I can only tell you that it goes back to one of the, probably if there was a total herb for the body, that would be the representation, because that was called also Aaron's rod. Aaron's rod. And that means that its ancient name, Aaron's rod, means that it was placed in the Ark of the Covenant to represent the breath of God. You know how they said the man should never live by bread alone. That was placed in the covenant, and a lot of other things. Well, this was actually a rod. It was called Aaron's rod. It was a branch of mullein. And that represented that if you take this herb, it's like bringing the breath of God back in your body. Woo!
Amen.
Boy, you can't see God, you ain't looking.
I know that's right.
You can't see God, you ain't
Dr.
looking.
Paul, in my background, I just put it up.
There you go. There you go. That's the Ark of the Covenant right there. See right there? And he put in there that Aaron's rod, and that was the breath of God. That was that rod. So that mullein does wonders because it deals with the bronchial tubes, which are there for taking oxygen and bringing it into your bloodstream. But if they get swollen and they swell and they got inflamed, then that's when you can't take the oxygen in. So it reduces the amount of inflammation on those areas. It also deals with pleurisy. Now, there is an herb also called pleurisy. Okay, it's called pleurisy. So that would be another one. Pleurisy.
Does dandelion help with that?
Yeah, it actually is dealing with, let me see if I can find one. Here it is, Pleurisy, pleurisy. So pleurisy is used also for mucus. It's for inflammation. You may see it for those who have had issues with loosening up the phlegm, but also asthma. Okay, it's been used for that. Gets that excess fluid off the lungs. Okay, it's called pleurisy. So pleurisy, mullein. There's another one called horehound. Horehound. Y'all remember the horehound cough drops? Y'all remember that?
Heard about.
How many of those dandelions should you take a day?
Which one? Of the pleurisy?
Dandelion, yes.
Oh, dandelion or pleurisy?
Dandelion.
Okay, dandelion is based on, I always say start with whatever's recommended on the bottle.
Okay.
Because that's where I would start. Whenever it's first time introduction, just follow layman's term, what's on the bottle. And then if you start to get more to a therapeutic level, then you want to increase it. But take your time first.
Dr. Paul, my youngest daughter, she has this condition in her hair, and I forgot what the doctors call it, but it's like a dandruff that won't go away, and they recommended some pills to her, and I told her, but they said it won't heal, and I know that got to be fungal.
Yes, it is. That's exactly it. It's either fungal or parasitic. In most cases, it can be more parasitic than anything, because dandruff, when that flakes start to fly off, that's actually yeast. A lot of yeast coming from that. So what we got to do is make sure she's off of sugar altogether, because that's what feeds it right there. All sugar. Sugar's got to be out the way immediately. And then
and what should you take?
Well, usually applying to the scalp, we have coconut oil, unrefined. Got it? Non-hydrogenated.
How about the aloe plant?
Aloe plant is good if you can get that, but but really you need that. See, the parasitic and fungal properties of what coconut does. That's why you see a lot of the coconut in hair products.
Yeah, I got it. I use it for myself.
Yep. It is very, very good for things that are parasitic. That's why whenever if a child has lice or things like ringworms, that's why coconut is the best thing for that.
Okay, unrefined.
Unrefined. You can take the raw coconut and just mash it right into the scalp. Just go right into the scalp.
Okay.
You know, that's one of the best ways of just clearing the scalp, but also you got to stop feeding it by making sure there's no sugar. Watch the sugar. Sugar is the biggest culprit.
Yeah, that's my youngest daughter, Nabril.
Yeah, okay. Well, tell her, just tell her she's on Facebook, right? She can inbox me just like you do. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'll respond to her. Yep.
All right. Thank you, man.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Wanda's up next. Wanda Campbell, you there?
Hi,
Hey,
Dr.
Wanda.
Paul.
Hey, Wanda,
Everybody.
what's going on?
Good evening, everybody. I think I already have the answer, but I might be wrong. But I said I was going to ask you anyway.
Yep.
Those matzo crackers, you know that
Here they come. No matzo crackers. Those daggone matzo crackers.
Right. But yeah, they're the matzo crackers for Passover. So I kind of figure, since they were like holy crackers, they might not be as bad as,
You better stop. You better stop one.
Chips.
She said they holy, so they get a pass.
Right. Yeah. And you know what? At the Giant, Dr. Paul. Now look, I couldn't pass it up. 90%.
Yes, you better, Wanda.
90%. They was like 10 or 15.
They're giving them away.
They're giving them away, Dr. Paul. So I figured, well, I can't go wrong with them because at least it's not potato chips or peanut butter crackers.
Well,
so what do you think about that?
Oh man, what do I think about them? They're too dehydrated.
I knew you was going to say that.
You knew I was going to say that. Right. They're too dehydrated. Them things, that's why they're giving them away. Nobody don't want them. No, I'm only kidding. But
right, yeah. And plus, Passover's over, but everything has zeros on it, Everything has zeros, like no sodium, no this, no that. So I kind of figured,
Yeah, they're really dry. They
are really dry.
Very dry. They're very, very dry. And
so
I can just say that whenever you're going to be exposed to anything that's that dehydrated, remember, to make that cookie or that cracker, it actually has to dehydrate that. And it's usually bleach white flour, unless it says, it's bleach white flour. So it's already refined.
Right.
So that's a double negative. So it's dehydrated, it's bleach white flour. And, if you're not drinking a lot of water, that's going to absorb a lot. That's going to pull a lot of moisture out of you. So that's the same thing as pretzels. A lot of people love pretzels. But you know what? That's bleach white flour. And that soaks up a lot of moisture out of your body. Okay. Same thing with oatmeal. Oatmeal pulls a lot of moisture out of your body. Got it? Yeah. So you got to watch these things. Just understand it. And if you're going to have a cracker, you might want to have some extra water.
Okay.
All right. That's what you got to do.
Okay.
But you knew the answer to that one.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
So oatmeal's no good for you?
Holy crackers. That's why I said I'm.
Yeah, I would watch the oatmeal. I don't know if y'all heard me break down the oatmeal because oatmeal, number one, it's a problem because it starts to, number one, pull all the moisture out of your intestinal lining. So now it blocks your intestines. But the other problem is, yes, it's lectins. Yes, Neetha, thank you. No, it's lectins. But also on the other end, we got a high level of what's called glyphosate.
Mute yourself, Antoinette.
Sorry.
That's all right, no problem.
We got a high level of glyphosate.
I'm trying to get back.
Okay, I got you. I think I got you.
Thank you.
Where are you? There you are. I got you. All right, so watch it because the highest level of glyphosate. Y'all know what glyphosate is, right? That's the weed killer. You know, they were finding highest levels of glyphosate in all the brands of oatmeal. And the highest, of course, you know, was the old Quaker Oats.
Quaker Oats.
Yeah, Quaker Oats. And the least was Bob's Red Mill. But it still had it, though. Still had it. They still have not given us a quantitative reason of why are you doing this. You know, they still have not told us. Why are you doing this? Because every other country in the world says if you put, we don't want no glyphosate present in the actual, at all. But they're still having it and they're finding it at high levels. And we know what glyphosate does. It literally blocks the lymphatic system. So be careful. All right. I would just stay off of it. Go with a lighter grain. Lighter grains would be like farina, any of the Bob's Red Mill website. Just go to that website. You'll see everything on there. But just stay away from that one. They got one called brown rice and farina that I think I told y'all before. Brown rice and farina. Y'all remember that one?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's a good one. They do have the buckwheat, you know, they have the kashi, they got all the different ones. So just lighter grain, y'all, but watch it if you have lectin issues, because lectins are very high right now in a lot of those grains.
Dr. Paul, you got to read, because I went to pick up the cereal at Sam's for my wife. Papa cereal kids eat. And my wife said, put that back. I said, why? She said, flip it over. I looked over, and at the very bottom, in the smallest writing they can get it.
That's right.
Here it is.
Bioengineered product. That's right.
They sneaky, ain't they? They really are sneaky.
They really are. They really are sneaky.
They are really sneaky.
What's doing it is what's really pushing it is advertisement.
Yeah.
That's exactly
right. You can't sit down and watch TV, and they've got more pharmaceutical and food commercials than anything else.
Yep.
So they pushing it hot and heavy.
Hot and heavy, you know.
Dr. Paul, how are our grits falling out?
How are grits?
Yeah.
Well, we say if you're going to do grits, you can do the yellow grits.
Yellow grits.
Yeah, yellow grits would be your better choice. Yep, yellow grits. Bob's Red Mill has good yellow grits. No flags on that one. Yep, no flags.
Thanks.
So, you know, no GMOs and things like that, because that's really where you got to watch the corn, man. The corn is under attack. You remember that documentary, Big B? We did that time called King Corn.
Yeah, buddy.
King Corn.
Yeah, buddy.
You have not seen the documentary King Corn. That is a must. You got to see it.
I was going to put it up on Facebook, but I didn't want to close my account, so I left it alone.
Dr. Paul, Paul, this is even deeper than this, because the place that they're dumping most of this stuff is minority neighborhoods.
Yeah.
You got it. Yeah. We get the second hand.
Those of you who are leaders and pastors on here, these are your people in your church. And you got to deal with them, you know, with the sickness, loss of employment and all that stuff. It comes in your direction. And Dr. Paul and I, we made a commitment 17 years ago, and Bill Bennett way before us. You know what I mean? To educate our community. So Dr. Paul is a real jewel. Did you hear what I'm saying to you? He's a jewel to the Black folks, particularly, because they dumping this junk in our community, and it's a food desert. It really is. Now, thank God, over in Germantown, they are about to open a Weaver's Way.
Yeah. I heard. Yeah. When is that happening, Rev? When is that?
It'll be happening next month. It'll be happening right on
Weaver's
the
Way,
corner.
huh? Okay.
Yeah, Weaver's right.
I think it opened today.
It opened today.
Yeah, right on the corner of Shelton Avenue and Mars Street.
So it did open today?
Today it opened. Today they had their grand opening.
Grand opening.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it opened today.
We've been fighting when they
Get
did
your membership.
when they
It's
did
worth
that
being a member.
when they did that supermarket over there on Shelton and Pulaski, and they put that Save-A-Lot in there. We were fighting with them then, try to get better food selections up in our community, because IGA and some of them other places, it's all junk.
Yes. Yes, it
junk,
is.
And it's poisoning our people.
And expiration dates as well.
Oh yeah.
That's right. That's right, Carol. I got you. Yeah, we look at the expiration dates and they're really expired foods. But you know what? Here's the thing. They're not going to, we don't say anything because we don't know. It all starts with the education.
Yes.
And that's where it starts right there. If you don't know no better, they're going to be able to push this stuff in there. But that's why I always tell y'all, the most powerful thing you can do is go into a market and say, can I speak to the produce manager in here?
Please
Produce manager. And ladies, y'all got the power. Let me tell you. Big B, the ladies got the power.
I know that's
y'all
right.
go in there and say, look, I'm about to tell my whole family.
Oh, Lord.
And I'm sorry.
Did not come
That's
in.
the answer. Oh, Lord.
Unless you start to bring us some real fruit and vegetables in here. How about that? And let me tell you, it makes a big difference. See, when you say something, ladies, y'all have a special voice because you feed the families. You're the ones that prepare most of the foods and things. You're watching out. You're looking for. You're on top of it. We're not going to make it without you. So that's why they respect you more than anything. So if you have a question about something going on in your market, you have a right to say, can I speak to the produce manager in here?
Amen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can I speak to the produce manager in here?
Sir.
I just want to talk to him. Do you know what you're doing in there? I don't mean to put y'all on blast, but that's really where you get the attention. Because now they realize, okay, people are actually, waking up.
Attention.
People paying attention. Yeah. Yeah, polenta. Yeah, polenta that's the yellow grits. That's what it is. The polenta. You'll see polenta rolls. You ever see the polenta? Yeah, somebody says polenta. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
All right, Dr. Paul, before we go up to that's it, Wanda, right?
All right, Wanda.
Okay. All right. Before we get to Lynn and Renee, there's one question. Okay.
Wanda knew about them crackers. She knew about them.
Okay, there was one question. Someone wanted to know, can African Americans get head lice, Dr. P? And then we'll go to Lynn.
That's a good question. It's mostly with the finer hair. Yep, it's mostly with finer hair. But there are cases where you can see it's all based on the texture of the hair because the lice has to have ability to grab on, and that's where it grabs on mostly with that. We tend to have,
relaxers.
Yeah, relax.
Yeah. Yep.
I think Dr. Rita just said it right there. Relaxers. She said it.
The answer is just stay cute and keep what you got. How about that?
That's right.
That's all I can say, y'all.
All natural.
Natural. Yep. I'm going to go over that list of the going back into the hair. I really need to do a special back on hair again because there's been a lot of concern about hair and getting the hair properly, growing it back, but also dealing with the forms of alopecia. So I want to go over that list again, probably real soon. Big B, we're going to go over that again. Okay.
Okay. You got it, buddy.
That's a good topic.
Alopecia. All right. You got it.
All right.
All right, Lynn, Renee, and Kathy, and that's it.
Wait a minute. I didn't get the meter. Hold up. Did I get the reading? Okay, let me get the meter. Y'all go ahead and do that. I'm going to get this meter here.
All right, Lynn, you're next.
Yeah, someone put it in the chat.
Somebody did put it in the chat?
Yeah, I thought it was you who did that.
Yeah, someone did put it in the chat.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
The meter itself.
Is that the one? How much is it? Is it $26?
$26.
Okay, yeah, that's it. That's it.
Free delivery.
Yeah.
Hi, Dr. Paul.
Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to know if there's something you can recommend to help people either prevent or treat glaucoma.
Yeah, we kind of we just talked about that earlier.
Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, then I think we answered your question. Did you step away?
I had to step away. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. We talked about the different herbs. I mentioned, remember, that's pressure. Got it? So that means I was asking, and I did reach out. I was trying to say, I wanted to ask you a question. Do you have high blood pressure?
No. Well, high blood pressure, I've been diagnosed, but it's always testing low normal, so I don't know.
Okay, so that's where we got to watch concentration. Stay away from things that are thick, creamy, pour slow, refined sugar, refined salt, refined oils. Watch out for hydrogenated foods. Hydrogenization is a form of refining. That's what preserves and now pulls moisture out of you. So we got to watch all those three. And of course, no fermentation. Also, I forgot about that one. No fermentation. These are all dehydrators, y'all. You know what's happening? It's pulling it out of you. So what happens is, I mentioned there was 2 herbs that we use to help with the eyes, to bring back moisture, but also to dilate, to open up. Remember, there's cayenne pepper, there's things like dilators would be asparagus, beets, any of those foods that are bok choy, celery, also any of the allium family. The allium family is the dilators. That would be anything from the red onion all the way down to the scallions, including garlic. Okay. Lutein and zeaxanthin. This is not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. And this one is spelled Lutein. And the other one is zeaxanthin. Zeaxanthin. Now, zeaxanthin is actually found in things like green vegetables. So that would be like spinach, kale. They have some of the highest levels of it. But you can get it in these 2 forms. And there's also things like, there's a lot of these formulas out here. If you see lutein and zeaxanthin, that's good. Eye Bright. And then I'm going to give you one more, which is the Dr. Christopher's Eye Bright formula. Okay, those are the ones that you just kind of give you an assortment, not everything, just use one or the other. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I missed it.
That's all right.
No problem. Okay.
All right, Renee. You are muted still, Renee.
Yes, can you hear me?
There you go. Yep, got you now.
Okay.
Hey, Renee.
Hi, hello everyone. Recently, a friend of mine was diagnosed with MGUS. It's apparently it's too much protein in the blood, and I want to find out exactly what it is, and if there's any herbal supplementation or
abnormal proteins. Yep. So what's happening is imbalance with that goes back to exactly what we just mentioned. Things that are dehydrating, concentration. The first thing I would ask the person is what kind of water they're drinking and how much. Do you know?
Okay.
That's what you want to do. And you've heard the conversation of how we talk about the best water, right?
Yes.
Okay, you got to make sure that's on point. That's got to be spot on, because that relieves the kidneys like immediately when it has a high pH that I can work with. Okay, so now I can start to flush again. So proteins, of course, that means the kidneys shutting down, they're overworking, but also there's herbs that can help to balance out that. It's like a paraprotein that builds up. There's certain things that are specifically that can balance this uric acid out. So one of the things that I would say is going back to what we just said: celery, bok choy, you got it? The mushrooms, the mushroom family. I don't speak enough about that, but the mushrooms are very good for the kidneys. Okay, when you have the mushrooms, and that would be any of the mushroom families, the Ganodermas, the lion's mane, they do very, very well with that.
Also the coffee.
Yep, that's like the Rise coffee. Yep, one of the Rise coffees that is actually good for the kidneys. That is good, long as it doesn't have probiotics in there.
And caffeine.
Yeah. See, most of them.
No probiotics.
No probiotics. Remember, it's already a prebiotic, but you need a probiotic for. You remember, we are the converters, right? We are the converters.
Right.
So if we are the converters, we have to get back to letting the body do what it's supposed to do. We don't want an intervention. It's always going to be a problem because the body's going to fight against that. Says, well, wait a minute, this guy don't belong here. I belong here. I do that. You got it? So,
no, you got 100.
Dandelion root would be good.
Not gonna do that.
Okay. Another one is called stone root. Stone root. Okay.
Excuse me, Dr. Paul.
Yep.
We don't take probiotics, but do we take prebiotic?
Yeah, that's what the greens are.
Oh, okay.
Anything green is a prebiotic. That's correct.
But they have a pill for prebiotic. We don't need that.
Right, but well, remember the prebiotic that they're saying is usually some form of a plant life. That means that it hasn't been broken down. Probiotics are coming from two sources that you got to be careful. Bovine. I don't know if y'all heard the latest study on the probiotics. Did y'all hear this? Yes. It came out last week.
Yes, I did. Yes.
Yeah, they're showing how people are having major problems with the probiotics, and I've been telling y'all this for years.
For a long time.
Long time we've been talking about this. You got, this bovine. They're doing a lot of stuff to this bovine. And then, of course, they're doing a lot of stuff. And they just came out with this study and said that if people coming out with issues with gut cancers and all kind of stuff from that probiotic, y'all better leave that alone.
I better stop it because I bought the Pro. I wasn't sure which one it was. I've been taking Pro, so I need to take the Pre then.
Yeah, the Pre is always going to be just like capsule forms of green powder. That's it. So it'd be a moringa, all of the neem, all of the green drinks, all that stuff is Pre. That's all Pre just means that it has the ability to be converted. It has its packed. And then what you're doing is unpacking it. That's what your body does. We unpack it to probiotic, got it? And then we balance it properly so that we can digest it. But if you already unpacked it, and then you're giving it from me from a bovine, which is Bessie having what? That's for the cow, for a calf. Not for you. Not for you.
Dr. Paul.
Yeah.
What's the relationship with bird flu and bovine?
Yeah. It's happening, man. We're tracking it. I don't know if you heard when I just first started that we're tracking, the bovine, the avian flu with birds, but also they're watching all animals now.
Yes.
They're watching everything. You heard about the deer? Heard about the deer? The guy, the two hunters who actually they ate the deer and then they ended up dying. They were like, oh, wait a minute. Whoa. See,
you better leave Bambi alone.
You better leave Bambi alone. See, Bambi said, I'm gonna fix you.
I know that's right. All right. That it, Renee. We'll go right to Kathy then.
All right,
Kathy.
Did you finish, Lynn? Was that the last one, Lynn?
Okay.
Kathy, and then that's it, Dr. P.
Okay,
we're at 9:02.
Okay,
all right, Kathy.
All right, this is going back to when you were talking about Save a Lot, and people are so serious now. But I just want to tell you a funny story. I didn't know Save a Lot, what it was about, and it was back when I was still drinking carbonated water. So I went in the store and I said, Miss, could you tell me where your Perrier water is? And she said to me, lady, you don't know you and Save a Lot?
Okay.
Well, that answers that. That answers that real fast.
Okay.
That should tell it all to you right there.
It all right there. But but the thing is, it's still bad. I don't care if it's in the other big stores too.
That's right.
It's still bad. So you can be in any other store.
Oh no, I don't do it. I don't drink it anymore. But that's what I was just saying. I was looking.
That was her way of letting her know.
Yeah. Now it doesn't mean that you can't spot pick. I'm gonna tell y'all, it's with your eye, and knowledge is power. You can go in places like the dollar store and see something that says non-GMO.
Yeah.
So
that's true. That's true.
So it's all about your knowledge base of what are you understanding. And that's where we got to get these educational things.
Yep. I agree with that, and thank you for that. I agree with that.
Because you can go right and Save a Lot. You find some stuff that's non-GMO, it'll blow your mind. You'll be like, what?
I know that's right, buddy. That's for real.
I'm telling you, it's all what you know, and then you'll see the best of the best, and you'll see the worst of the worst.
Yes.
So when you know better, you do
that's where I got all that pink salt from.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. You go to some of these places and get a good deal. And let me tell y'all,
talking about the green drink for people who aren't on the family tree and are not using your product, like Steve Harvey and all these other green drinks that they have on the market. You have got to read the labels because they've got all kinds of garbage in it. And people say, well, it's a green drink just like yours. No, it's not.
It's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Yep. No. And then they're doing two things that we noticed that they're doing. And that was my path started for me to do that. And I started this, and that's mean they've been doing this a long time. I saw them mixing fruits and vegetables, which is like that.
Yeah.
Rule number one you broke.
That's a big one now.
Putting probiotics when you already have a prebiotic. So those two things were the biggest things. They always went, what they say, more is better. No, more is not better. Balance is better. Got it? And that's where they fall short. So I saw the Steve Harvey version, and it has probiotics in it.
Probiotics in it, yes.
Like, man, you right there, Steve, you dropped the ball right there. But, you know, he probably was being advised by what they believe is good. And now they all got to pull it out now, because when that study came out the other day, now all of them are starting to pull that stuff out of there. You know, we've been telling them for a long time, pull that stuff out of there. You don't need it. Let your body do what it naturally does. And therefore, it'll be for the long run. You got it? All right, Big B, what do we have there, buddy?
Yes, sir, but that's it, man. It's on you now.
All righty.
We're at that point, but it's time to get out. And let me remind you, again, to get a copy of tonight's chat. So a lot of questions about how do I get it? How do I get it? Some folk on Facebook want to know how I get the chat. If you're listening to get a copy of tonight's chat, send me an email to mechavideo@gmail.com. Again, that's mechavideo@gmail.com. And of course, to continue to support the family tree, use my Cash App. That's $ Bill Morgan, BILMORGAN. Okay, and of course, if you're using the bank through Zelle, we're going to change this next week. But right now, that ID number is Dr. Paul at drpaulherbs.com. Again, Dr. Paul, drpaulherbs.com. Or you can get our P.O. Box right here in Mullica Hill. That's Bill Morgan. P.O. Box 191. Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. That's where we are, Dr. P. Bring your friends, bring your friends, bring everybody right here to the family tree.
Hey, family, put your hands together. Did you learn?
Buddy. That's it, man. Yes, sir.
Around the tree. Did you learn something?
Yes, sir.
Yes, always learning something. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Paul.
By the way, I just saw Eva popped up at the last second. So Eva, send that question in to me, and I'll forward it on to Dr. P, all right?
All right. Hey, family, let's put your hands together with the host with the most big C.
Yeah. Where's that?
Believe your
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Hey, man, thank you so much for family for joining in. I can't think of no better place to be on Wednesday. I get excited every time Wednesday shows up, because I know that we're going to talk about some good stuff. And then everybody, we don't charge you with nothing but the truth. So go tell somebody, got it?
Tell somebody.
Be that ambassador on the field. Be that thorn in their side. Sandpaper on their backside.
I know that's right.
Yeah, it's for a good reason.
Yeah, buddy.
And then go to that farm, go and get with your fruits and vegetables and give them a hard time. Say, can I speak to the produce manager?
Yes, well.
I want to talk. I want to get to know who you are. And what do you know?
Well.
God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. And remember, if you breathe,
you gotta shot.
All right, put your hands together. Marcy, I see you, Marcy.
Hey, Marcy.
Marcy, you're doing.
Marcy, start to
tap it out.
Tap it out.
Hey, let's keep Prophetess in prayer. She's traveling right now. She said she'll join us probably next week. So let's keep her in prayer. All right, come on down. Thanks, man. Get Reverend Halsley's book, y'all. Get Reverend Halsley's book. You got it. Get that book. Rev, I'm going to send you something for mine, buddy. I want to get mine. All right, tap. Come on now. Left to right. Good. Tap. Good. All right, come on. Y'all got the perfect song. I see you, Carol G. What's going on? On the inside, on the right side. Thank you, Dr. Clorinda. Thank you, Rosetta.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nika. All right.
Thank you, Nika.
All right.
Yeah, buddy. Always.
All right, Wanda, come on. Tap. All the way up. I want you to start. We're going to do the neck exercise. Y'all remember the neck exercise. Loosen that neck out. Lose your shoulders. Roll your shoulders.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, y'all jamming now. Rotate backwards. And breathe. And forward. And breathe. Go ahead, y'all. I see you now. see
Yeah.
All right, put your hands together like this. All right, now you want to invert them that way and push. Ooh, feel that stretch and push. And push. And push. Good. I see you, Tracy. I see you up there. What's up, girl?
Hey! Hi, everybody!
All right, raise your hands up. Get the stretch in. Get that stretch in. And breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Trust me on that one. Don't forget to breathe. And then rotate to your left. Your other left. Your other left. Other left. All right. And do your other right. All right, stretch. And come down. All right, clap it up. Good. Good, Big B. I see you, Big B.
Yeah, buddy.
Put your hands together and clap. Come on, you gotta get that heat going. Clap. Good. Clap. Woo, feel that heat, y'all. That's your heat.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, take it and with good intentions, rolling on down.
Yeah.
There you go. Big B, put that on areas of inflammation on your joints, your shoulders, your knees. Good intention. Clap.
Yeah.
Little energy word right here.
All right, Pastor Jose. Good seeing you, buddy.
Clap.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Do this all the time.
And clap. One more time. Come on down.
Bless yourself.
Bless yourself. That's right.
I know that's right, buddy.
All right. God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. And thanks for tuning in to the band.
Yeah, buddy. Hey.
All right. Let's see. Y'all can dance out there.
Look out.
Yes, they can.
I see you, Marcy. Tracy, I got the bass. There you go. You and Marcy, y'all can be the bass right there.
Yeah, play the bass, Marcy. Play the bass.
Good. Hey, Claudia, what's up, Claudia?
All right. Yeah.
What's up, Debbie?
Rita Shells, good to see you.
We'll catch up.
Yeah.
Who else that? Rita?
All right, Debbie.
All right, we gonna count it on down, Big B.
Yeah, buddy.
Right.
Here we go now.
All right, here we go.
Big B.
Yeah, buddy.
9.
Right.
8.
Yeah.
7. 6.
Right.
5. 4.
Right.
3. 2. And 1. God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. We'll check you next week on the Band 63. All right, y'all. Take care.
Good night.
Bye.
Have a good one. Great show. Great everything.
Hey.
Take it out.
Hey. Good night.
I see you, Marcy. You got that groove on. All right, Tamara, you didn't burn your camera on tonight.
Oh, it's broken. I had to get it fixed.
It's broken.
It's something wrong with it. It won't show my face.
We gotta get you another one, girl.
I have to use my phone next time. I'll use my phone.
All right. Turn it sideways.
We'll see y'all.
All right, buddy.
Take care.
See y'all on the weekend, man.